Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Pernell McPhee showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Play fake, Murray. Flushed out right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. 14. Ravens, nothing. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. On 1st down, Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He's at the 40. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Wolfe, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 4. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second down, it's Drake. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Murray with a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You better bring it. On your team.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Phillips in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use Murray fighting. Lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Jackson out to his left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Hassan Reddick. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Back to throw it, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.